Konnichiwa minasan, and welcome back to Chiba, just outside Tokyo, where we're reviving this abandoned Japanese house. In the last episode, we fixed the roof leak, visited the municipality, and even had our gardener start designing the landscape. Today, we're transforming this space, the leftover tatami room, where all the former owner's treasures have been stored. We'll clear it out, demolish what needs to go, rebuild the floor structure, and tackle a few hidden problems along the way before planning the entrance, Japanese garden, and staircase to the loft. But first, we need to uncover what's been left behind. This is Japandi Waterfall House, Episode 8, Building a Tatami Room.
Konnichiwa minasan, welcome to ANTON in Japan and Japandi Waterfall House. This, in the background here, is Stockholm, our more Scandinavian style room, and I would love to show you what we've been up to so far. Come inside. Welcome to Stockholm in the Japandi Waterfall House, and as you can tell, we have a new friend right here. Our new aircon, our portable aircon, $350 in our almost airtight room here. I'll show you what we have right there in about a minute. But as you can tell, what am I standing on? There's not tatami in this room anymore, but we have the hardwood 12 millimeter wide, 15 millimeter thick boards laid in last week by Mose. Let me show you. So if you watched our other builds in Tokyo, the Japandi Houses, Sangenjaya House, Sangenjaya Villa, Wakabayashi Park House, you've seen that we've been using a similar type of wood. The same kind of wood that we had in my childhood home in Sweden, in Älvsjö. Hardwood oak flooring. It has a very particular smell and I love it. It's minimal, it's hard, it ages really, really nice. And this is exactly how we install it. These are 12 millimeter wide boards. In Tokyo, we've been mostly using 9 millimeter, but it's very, very time consuming. And we found these ones really cheap. So it's a tongue and groove, you see here. It's a lip on one side and then a male. That's how you call it in Japanese, mesu osu. So you basically you install it on one side with glue underneath, and then you have the floor tucker. It's like the floor gun. If it's not solid and if it's not like straight to the ground, like they might move a little bit. So I would recommend you, if you're trying to do something similar, to attach the first one and then maybe wait a little bit until the glue has dried a little bit. But then the second one, throw it inside, a little spacer. It's summer right now, so the wood won't expand as much. Winter time, it kind of contracts a little bit. You add the spacer in between, a 1 millimeter spacer. It looks like this. You add it inside. You throw it in, you get connection, and then you add the floor tucker. And there are many kind of types of pattern to do this. Let me show you standing up again. And each board is 182 centimeters long, the same height as a Japanese tatami mat or a Japanese tatami room, but they're also laid down randomly. So next time you're visiting a room with hardwood oak flooring or any kind of hardwood flooring, you can see how they've laid it all in. So here is all random and looks really, really nice. You see, we also have a lot of space on top of us. Let me show you upstairs. So the original height of the ceiling was somewhere around here, and within the attic, these gorgeous beams were hiding, right? So we're exposing them and built a loft. This is a little bit scary. I think the kids who's staying here will love this space, but I'm a little bit worried about the space in between those gorgeous beams, really. There's a lot of small decisions to make, but that's something that you could add in like an hour or so. So first of all, we've got to sand it, oil it, and finish off this room really nicely. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Here we had to change the entire structure and redo the entire framing of the room. Hopefully we don't need to do that, but we don't really know yet. Let me show you instead. Our treasure room that we are calling Tokyo for now. And right now we're gonna clean it out, find all the treasures. Maybe there are some things that in all the rush, in all the cleaning, that we didn't like think about. There's been a lot of comments about potential valuable like items or antiques, but we're going to look through it again, clean out this room, and then open up the tatami mats and see what we need to change, if we need to change the base of the house. It's a lot of mold. We definitely got to change the ceiling, but that's pretty big task, and we will go on for probably the rest of the day. And we would love to have you with us. Ganbarimasu. Here we are, 5 hours later, with an empty tatami room and a Swedish boy sitting in sandals in a Japanese tatami room. It's incredibly dirty. We used a mask part of the time, but it's just too hot. Look at my t-shirt. We got rid of everything. We put it all up there on the loft. This is actually the first time we see this room with the sunlight and without any things really. Just with a really bad lighting from this kind of cool Nacional ceiling lamp. What do you think? Should we keep this one? I think we should. The next step for this room is to remove the tatami mats, and I'm a little bit worried here again about carpenter ants and termites here. The good thing with this room though is that we're planning on putting in new tatami mats, so we don't have to level or re-level the floor too much if the joists are good, but that we don't really know yet. So let's take them up. Throw the old tatamis out and check the foundation of this room. I'm a little bit nervous. Let's go. Yeah, we found some bad news. We found hundreds, maybe thousands of these carpenter ants. I think they live inside of the tatami mats. Maybe you can correct me. Maybe that's possible, maybe not. And I am pretty certain that our base of the house, of this room, needs to be redone. All right. It's 6:30 and we're finally done with the day. I'm just poisoning my carpenter ants and balancing and trying to show you what we've accomplished for the day. It wasn't as bad as I thought. We ripped out the structure with the main obiki. We're keeping them. They're in great shape. We might need a little bit of concrete down there. So we just got a plan for what to do tomorrow, what materials to buy. We need new, not 2x4s, but the 45mm thick one for the joists. And then Mose has been working on something cool right behind you as well. Right behind me, as you see, we used to have a wall with this gorgeous wood, these ones, the hinoki boards. They're quite thin, about 9mm thin. And the entire hall here is filled with this. But I just ordered 2 huge mirrors. So the idea here is to, remove the hinoki as we've already done, put up boards here, and then have a mirror about the same size as the window up there with some gorgeous structured tiles around there. If you didn't follow us a few months ago, before this project started, we went to Tajimi, Gifu, and looked how traditional Japanese tile makers and tile factories are making tiles. And here, as well as in the kitchen, we're going to use new tiles. We're thinking about green, blue, but I'm also contemplating a little bit about red. But that would maybe be a little bit too bold. So I think a lighter green would be great. It's a little bit dark here. We have the skylights, we have the sun coming from that side, but something brighter would be nicer here. Moses is down at the waterfall, so I'll join him, have a swim, and then we'll plan what to buy for tomorrow. But we'll probably do that in the car, because it's 6:30 and we want to get back to Tokyo tonight. Us.
Three, two, one.
So we've been working here for about a month, and there are things we uncover almost every day, like things that you don't really see at first glance. Right now I'm looking at the stairs. We're also like dealing with a lot of konnichiwa. Yeah, we're uncovering things all the time. Moses coming here with a barrel. Tetsudaimasu ka? And behind us here, Tasuku Suzuki-san is uncovering our ground. We have a lot of cool stones where the rotten fence had turned into dirt. So we have some really solid ground here that he is now kind of exploring what we can use and revive in the build of our garden, because you're starting from the entrance while building a Japanese garden, and I'm super excited to see what he finds and his vision for reviving this garden together with us. なんか手伝いますか？
大丈夫です。
大丈夫ですか？
やってますんで。
あとなんかフェンス作ってなんか綺麗な門とか。
そう。
じゃあ
門はただどういう門にすればいいのかちょっとまだ僕の中でも考えがまだちょっとこう迷ってて、
はい、
フェンスもそうなんだけど、あまりこうなんだろう。ゴージャスなものにはしたくない。
いや、私もそうですね。なんか自然って感じですね。シンプルで。
質素な、シンプルなもの。
So maybe we'll build a fence in bamboo here, but like that's just details. Like first of all, we need to uncover what's around here, and we're also going to keep building the Tokyo room inside. So let's do that and go and have a look before we have another carpenter coming here in about an hour. よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
ありがとう、タツさん。Almost the exact same base as in that room. The only difference here is that they have a concrete kind of like cemented and concreted inside the ground. The foundation is solid. We probably building this in. A tatami mat is about 60 millimeters thick. So the inisan, the joists, plywood on top, and then tatami on top. At the moment, we don't have any hatch to like be able to like access this part of the house. So I'm thinking about building it inside of the wardrobe somewhere. We could also do it under the tatami mats, so you just lift it up. But today we are painting the new wood we're adding with the termite treatment, as well as the old one, and also adding a little bit of concrete because some of these are floating a little bit after 3 decades of weight laying on top of it. Plywood on top, and then we just gotta wait for the tatami guy to come in a few weeks. We're going to do the shojis, but he's going to do the fusumas and the tatami. So he's gonna come here one day, measure everything, and then go back to his workshop, make them for us, and then in a few weeks later he's gonna come here and install it all. Really good content, super interesting, and we're going to bring you with us while he's making them for us as well. Namigai-san, really good guy. He's doing a lot of media together with me and promoting tatami to not only Japanese but also to foreigners. So that's something I'm really excited about showing you in a few weeks. Tusk is uncovering things in front of the house, and Mose is on the backside. And James is coming to visit us in about an hour. Ganbarimashou.
Let's build the floor together.
We just had lunch with James, a really passionate American carpenter who's obsessed with Japanese carpentry. So he has built a little business in Boston, building things with the Japanese joints and the joinery from Japan. His wife is Japanese and his kid is half Japanese, and he lives not too far away from here. So we're planning on building a staircase together. We could either go for a very simple one or more of a statement piece, because it's going to be right in the middle of the room. We're also thinking about integrating a lot of gorgeous Japanese joinery up there on the loft. We can't make those decisions right on the spot. It needs to be a little bit more planned. What we're doing right now is we are redoing the framing for the tatami room right here. Since we're putting in 60mm thick tatami boards here, I'm not going to add any insulations. There are single pane windows here. We could add extra insulation, but it's going to be completely airtight with the tatamis anyway. But I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference putting in insulation here or not. And then we can demolish the ceiling, clean the mold there on the wall. I can't wait to show you that. But that will be about it for this time. Then we have a big shooting day tomorrow as well, because we're designing an apartment together with one of Japan's biggest renovation companies in Tokyo. And it looks like we're like having fun shitting around, but like our main passion is like reviving old spaces and bringing them back to life. And now one of the biggest renovation companies in Tokyo asked for our help. So we're shooting a really fun and exciting video about that, probably out in about 3 or 4 weeks. We have about an hour of work left here, and then we're gonna remove that, and that I wanna do together. Wish me good luck with the final screws here. So we finally have a base. 12 millimeters of plywood, and on top of here 60 millimeters of tatami mats will come. Regarding the mold that we've had kind of everywhere, if this mold is on like the things, it smells really bad, but like as you can see here, like it's really easy to remove. Like you just need a kabikida and like in one little sweep. I feel like Marie Kondo, but it's really not that deep. I do have asthma, but I feel nothing bad really. I can breathe like normal, and maybe we should wear masks, but usually I can be really sensitive to mold, but I really don't feel anything in here. So if you know more about mold, please let me know. But as you can tell, like it's really not deep inside of the wood. It's not black mold, it's white mold. I've never seen this kind of mold before. I don't feel anything about it. So it might not be as bad as I thought. Let's have a look at the entrance, because we're making some progress and I might need your help with some cool decisions for tiles. So here is the entrance wall that Moses has been working on. He did all of the demolition of the cypress boards yesterday. And today has been like all of the details to take away all of the smaller pieces around. Initially, I thought that we were gonna go for green tiles, but the more time we spend here, another color that pops in my head is red. I don't know if you've seen it up until now, but the entrance floor here is kind of like a burgundy red. And this area here, Yoro Keikoku Awamata, is famous for the momiji, the Japanese maple, that the owner of the onsen hotel right next here planted 50 or 60 years ago. He told us very proudly that he planted all of these momijis. So maybe we haven't spent a season here because this is a new project and we haven't seen this area during the fall leaves that Japan is very famous for, October, November. And I believe that a red burgundy kind of frame is gonna be pretty big because we have 3.6 meters. So the mirror is going to take up about half, but it's going to be centered. But everywhere around is going to be kind of red, structured, gorgeous Japanese-made tiles. And I think the mirror is gonna give it a lot of depth and the red is going to give it a lot of character. We still need to source and sample a lot of these red tiles. Maybe this is not the right red color, but I think it's going to look really good. What do you think? Leave me a comment, and maybe you have a suggestion of good tiles to buy. As you can see here, there's a danza, about 1 centimeter of a gap. I think there was a packing here before. We're going to make this flush and then have a pretty heavy, like shatterproof mirror here in the middle on top of boards. So we want this all to be level. So these pieces here to the left of the original ones is added, screwed into the original pieces here. And as you can see, it's now level and flush with this one up here. So this wall is going to be completely flush, and then the mirror is gonna come, and then everywhere around these, hopefully, red tiles. So we started to plan the staircase. We've cleaned out the room. We redid the base of the Tokyo room. And now you have a vision of what's going on here. We also have a pretty clear vision of how the garden will look like. And I am more than excited to revive this. We promised we were gonna help out a lot, and they were very happy about it as well, because usually clients usually don't help out. Look at this. Can you imagine? I am sitting right in here. I'm super excited about this. We are moving forward, and I really appreciate all of your comments. This is just a few days out here in the countryside, having fun reviving this old house. We also have a little side project that we would like to share with you. We had the honor to collaborate with one of Japan's biggest renovation companies, and they asked us to design an apartment, a really old apartment in Tokyo, and it's about to be finished. So we will make some really nice content with that. So please stay tuned. I'm sure you're gonna like that one too. We weren't hands-on at all, but we did the design overview, and it turned out really, really nice. Don't forget to share this with a friend, with family, like, comment. What do you think we're doing right? What don't you like? 本当にありがとうございます. This house is finally turning into something cool, and we have a lot of fun building and design choices to make together with you. 本当にありがとうございます。Pues.